Good morning, Northwestern. It's NNX from the Northwestern News Network, where we give you your news faster than you can eat a bowl of mac and cheese. I'm Kunjal Bastola.
And I'm Louis Castaneda. Let's get right into this morning's top stories. It's the beginning of the end for the class of 2024. Graduation preparations are underway. Northwestern announcing over the weekend that actor Katherine Hahn will be this year's commencement speaker. Hahn, who graduated in 1995, will address the class of 2024. She will also receive an honorary doctorate degree alongside author David Barstow and scientist David Wrightsey, and Katrina Adams, the former head of the Women's Tennis Association.
From right here on campus to just downtown, some participating studios, stores, and exhibitions are showcasing Evanston artists. First Saturdays, a recurring event on the first Saturday of the month, offer Evanston businesses and artists a unique chance to share their work with the community. This monthly showcase, sponsored by local arts group Evanston Made, offers participants a self-guided tour of Evanston art locations. Galleries, studios, and shops around the city open their doors for several different art-related initiatives.
We want to create a monthly event, really, where people just can engage with artists, fun and easy, and it's really finally taking off.
First Saturdays will be continuing throughout the spring.
From artwork to performing arts, if you need a study break this reading week, check out some of these upcoming shows on campus. DanceWorks 2024 is called Emergence. It features a series of dances with featured work from NU professors. Their Wonderboar musical is also taking place. The musical follows the story of a transgender man who becomes a superhero to save a college campus. Both plays have shows throughout the weekend.
Northwestern Dance Marathon returns to campus on March 29th and 30th for 15 hours of dancing instead of the usual 30. NNN's Mila Branson has the scoop on what prompted a revamp of this annual fundraiser.
So we sent out a student survey at the end of Dance Marathon last year, just asking students for feedback on the event, any changes they would like to see made, what would make them stay longer or be more likely to come, and that was a big thing that we saw. That was another reason why we also changed the timing of the event, because it actually would have been this past weekend. So kind of right in the middle of reading week and final season. So a lot of the changes that we made this year are kind of grounded in that feedback.
Definitely, that's great that you're listening to students.
Thanks, Mila. This year, the fundraiser will be supporting the Ronald McDonald House Charities and Evanston Community Foundation. We'll have more from Mila's interview with the NUDM team during NNN AM later this morning.
Whether you're planning to dance this year or partake in any physical activity, NNN's Alexia Katota-Browner takes us to the gym to learn about fitness for students.
Hi, I'm Alexia Katota-Browner, and welcome to the NNN AM shows Rise and Shine, Get on the Grind. Today I'm here with
Ella, personal trainer,
and
Mira, yoga instructor.
And we're going to be teaching you some practical tips for fitness for students. For students at Northwestern, obviously very busy, how do you suggest that they find some time in their day to work out or get some activity in?
Yeah, well, one thing I love to do is I wake up every morning and do a couple stretches, and I try to do a few stretches before bed every night. This could literally be like 30 seconds of like touch my toes, a little down dog, whatever stretches feel good for you to just make you feel awake and ready to go for the day or ready to wind down. They can look different for different people.
For students that are able to make it into a gym, how would you recommend that they warm up before their workout?
I recommend some cat-cows. They're always good. Add in some T-spine rotations, some reverse lunges, some runner's lunges, some bird dogs are really good to warm up that core, and I always really like ending with a forearm plank just to fully activate that core and get you a little bit sweaty for your workout.
How do you think what you teach in yoga applies to students' well-being?
I think yoga is such a great practice because it allows you to get stronger and more flexible, but also to slow down and practice being really present and alert with what you're doing.
A lot of students tend to ask how many days a week they should work out, what types of workouts they should be doing. What's your overall advice?
I would be doing a combination of weightlifting, any sort of strength training and resistance training is super important. I would also be doing some yoga, and I would also mix in some cardio, so that could be whatever cardio works best for you. I think the best way to make a fitness program work for you is to do one that you are going to enjoy and that you are going to stick to. And if you don't enjoy it, it's not going to be sustainable for you.
Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Ella and Mira for joining me. Be sure to check out Northwestern Recreation Center's Henry Crown Sports Pavilion and Blomquist Recreational Center to stay healthy and fit during the school year.
Thanks, Alexia. Kunjal?
From personal fitness to team sports, it was a tough night for NU men's basketball last night in East Lansing. Down guard Ty Berry and center Matt Nicholson, the Cats did not land a three with 9 seconds left in the game and fell 49-53. The Cats play in Evanston on Saturday in the regular season finale against Minnesota. The women's team did not fare much better against Purdue in the Big Ten tournament. Another competitive game, but the Boilermakers clawed ahead at the end, taking the victory 78-72. That was likely the final showing for Northwestern this basketball season. On the golf course, the women's team played incredibly at the Darius Rucker Intercollegiate in South Carolina. The Cats finished in second place as a team with a score of 4 over par, just 1 behind Arizona State. Senior Jennifer Kai had a nail-biting par putt to retain a share of the individual title, and she drained it in the center of the cup. They tee it up next at the end of March in the Ping ASU Invitational.
In other sports news, Ryan Field may be coming down, but not everything inside will be going to waste. NNN's Logan Schijano has more on how one local organization is helping Wildcat fans keep parts of the historic stadium in their lives for years to come.
I got one of the Wildcat seat backs and a sign from the West Stands.
Larry LaTourette has been a diehard Northwestern football fan since his freshman year in 1988.
Thanks, have a good day.
So when Evanston's Rebuilding Exchange launched its Ryan Field sale last Friday, he couldn't wait to get his hands on history.
Just having a couple of things to remember up by and stock up the man cave a little bit more with memorabilia.
Something I thought was really fascinating were these press box telephones, which I thought was cool.
From salvaged stadium seats to concession signs to this 50-foot tarp up for $1,000. The opening of the Ryan Field store fueled a record-breaking day of sales for the Rebuilding Exchange.
Everything that we've been able to put onto the floor has already gone.
The nonprofit's deconstruction crew removed the items in late February, coordinating with Northwestern each step of the way.
Some things we just take that others still want to keep. And for this particular project, there's a lot of just parties involved.
Zach Scher with the Rebuilding Exchange tells me the nonprofit has sold over 250 items from Ryan Field, these section signs being among the most popular. But he also notes that this sale is about much more than finding new homes for some old helmets and seat backs.
Through the partnership with Northwestern, we're able to educate people that deconstruction is an option, and hopefully they'll consider it next time they're redoing their kitchen or redoing their bathroom.
But finding a use for old materials is just one part of what Rebuilding Exchange does. They're also helping train people looking to get a start in the construction industry.
You could just start from nothing and rise to the occasion.
With Northwestern promising that 35% of all construction jobs in the new Ryan Field project will go to minority and woman-owned businesses, the university's $200,000 investment in the Rebuilding Exchange could be key to making that promise a reality.
We're setting people up for opportunities to actually be a part of that construction project.
In Evanston, Logan Schijano, Northwestern News Network.
Thanks, Logan. While very few items remain on sale through Rebuilding Exchange, Northwestern's NIL collection, True NU, will be holding another sale and auction later this year, with proceeds going to NU athletes. Kunjal, what's your favorite memory of Ryan Field?
Well, I'd have to say the Wildcat Dash my freshman year during orientation week. What about you?
And we were there together, actually.
Well, yes,
right?
at the back of the pack.
Right, and I'll be a PA next year, so I'll be back there.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I'll try to get ahead of the pack this year.
Sounds
we'll see.
good.
We'll see.
And that's all for this morning on NNX. I'm Kunjal Bastola.
And I'm Louis Castaneda. Stay tuned for Northwestern's News Report, Special Edition AM show. Have a great morning.